We are living in paradise. And I'm saying that because, well, we are. We are living in paradise. Let me fix this. We are living in paradise. Why do I say that? Well, you may think we're not because we're living in a pandemic. We're in the middle of a pandemic. But this is paradise. If you're going to work every single day and you hate your job or you hate your boss or the people around you, hate is a strong word, but let's just use that as a metaphor. If you do not see what I see, then you won't until someone breaks it down to you. And I have been trying to break it down as best as I could. And I'm going to continue to break it down in this video as well. We are living in paradise, and I am so grateful. Like, I could not have, I could have asked for something better, but this was a surprise. Like, I had no idea what's going to happen. More people are out of work than ever before in history. There were a pandemic before years ago, but nothing like this one, of course. People are able to receive unemployment and live off of it for weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. And they are able to invest in the money that they are receiving because it is tiring for you to put all your hard work and energy into something that doesn't even pay you what you're worth. People were used to being paid the little bit of money that they were being told that was enough for them, or people were told that they needed to accept the amount of money that they receive and budget with that. Okay, but we can do that, but not give this job, this 9 to 5 job, 8 hours just to get this little bit of money. If that's the case, then you need to tell us to come to work and finish this task all the way through and then let us go home because we can finish this 8 hour task in under 5 hours and under 4 hours and go home. If we really go to work and spend our days at work for 8 hours and we didn't even do much, everything we did in 8 hours we could have really finished if we would have worked nonstop and had no distractions and we could finish all of those things. But when you're working together, it makes it faster. But look at your part and look at their part and look at their part. Just tell me you need me to do 100 boxes today. That's all we really did today. Okay? But we took our time. We waited for this person and bring the pallet over here. We waited for this truck to come in. We blah blah blah. We blah blah blah. Just tell me to do this and then I can go home. You see, that's the enslavery that I was talking about. And we really don't need to be doing that. We could be doing something else, but people were so used to repeating the same process over and over again. And now we're able to collect unemployment and stimulus check. And a lot of people will make fun about the stimulus check and they're like, that's not enough. And I'm not gonna lie to you. To make a living, no, that's not enough. If it's a pandemic and people need to support their families and themselves, then that is like $1.06 a year. Excuse me, that's like $1.06 a day for a year. So I'm like, you got to be kidding me. But it is something. Now, the thing about the stimulus check, I am very happy and grateful for it. I am. God knows I am. But what I do wish they would do more often is to, not have this huge gap and wait so long for the next one. Since it's a pandemic, we should be getting, that stimulus check each month. Boom, boom, boom. Each month, really. Because we already are owed reparations. So that's just going to make it a whole lot better. But I cannot argue, and I'm not, because I'm a thankful person. You know, um, I've come from a family who did not give me money. They had money, but they didn't give me money. And um, whenever they had it, they would misuse it. And so, bringing up your children in that type of environment, you pretty much, and thank God I was able to know how to manage money and, to save and to budget by myself. But still, it would have helped a whole lot if I would have had that influence from my parent, um, and the environment that I was raised in. But I would like to say that I am living in paradise and I am so happy. I am grateful. I am thankful to God because I can rest. I can go to bed when I want. I can wake up and stay up all day when I want. But as long as I'm doing something productive, like trying to encourage someone or trying to invest in my own skills by using YouTube or go on Instagram and encourage someone with the gospel thanks to another YouTuber, or do something else that I'm really skilled at doing, then I'll be able to be happy because I feel like I will be gaining um, finances that I deserve because of the amount of work that I put in. That is why it is very, very important. Now, my whole reason for feeling like I'm in paradise is because people go to work every day and get no sleep, don't get enough sleep, don't get the rest that their body needs. They don't eat the right foods because they're in a rush to go back to work. They don't spend any time with their family that really needs them, um, like the children. They don't get a chance to, go on that vacation and spend some time alone for the mental stage. They don't get a chance to travel, or anything like that. Now, I know people are like, well, this is not the right time to travel. Actually, this is one of the best times to travel. At first, when the pandemic hit, it wasn't. Now, it's like it is, Um, but it's a lot more better now because people are able, like, your unemployment benefits are going to be more than likely more than what you make at work in a week. Okay, and in 2 weeks now, like literally right now. And depending on how much you have made in the past or whatnot, I'm pretty sure everyone has the same amount. Depending on where you work for, who you work for, and where you've been, I'm pretty sure everyone has the same set amount. Um, but I mean, you can just do so much with the unemployment benefits now than by being at home and not being at work. But a lot of people don't want to lose their job. But I'm telling you, if you want to have a better future, you know, start something now by building a platform about yourself online, um, while you're at work, but slowly come away from it bit by bit. If you planning, do what I did. If you plan on leaving, you plan on leaving your job, save your money so that whenever it does happen, you have something to rely on. I definitely had done that, and it came to the point to where I saved just enough to move out, but I had to literally throw a lot of stuff away, because I ended up losing my home. But I learned a big lesson to never go back to work again, to a regular 9 to 5 job, because they are more worried about them making money off of you than you bringing the money to them. I mean, either way, you're still bringing money to them, but I wouldn't. I have learned a big, big lesson, and I would never go back to a regular 9 to 5 job because that is an enslaved system that was established to keep people to repeat, knowing that people need their rest, knowing that people's sleep patterns are off. People don't even get the right type of sleep pattern because they have to go back to work the next day and repeat the same process every day, if not the weekends. And that is completely horrible. I would never ever want anyone to go through that, but some people are still going through it. And I know some people are like, well, how's the world going to go around without people going to work? Well, that's because people haven't taken the advantage to of allowing robots to take over. Robots can take over. And you can find, even when you work from home, even when you have your own shop at home and you're working or you're investing, you know, those are robots taking care of your packages. There are robots taking care of things like that while you're at home selling the merchandises and creating good business plans and goodness and great business ideas to to allow people to want to buy your products. Um, there's so many things that you can do that don't take 8 hours every single day. That's one of the things that I really wanted to focus on. That I am focusing on, and which is YouTube is one of the things that is really good. You don't have to be on YouTube for 8 hours a day. You can make a video for 30 minutes and make $10,000, and that is enough for someone to start something else, like a next business that they want, or to invest in right away. Your investment basically is YouTube, and your investment is basically anything that you put your time into, um, that's going to make you wealthy. And it's not a 9 to 5 job unless you save every single penny from your 9 to 5 job. Now, take this back. If you make an investment from your 9 to 5 job, from the money that you make, you can still take some money out of that and invest in it in the bank. Okay, forgive me for that part. You can. But I just could not see myself going to work every day and giving them my time, my energy, the energy that I have, the sweet personality, the nice characteristics, everything about me that someone would want. I couldn't see that being stepped on. I couldn't see that being ignored or compared to someone else or overlooked, or someone trying to be jealous of me because I'm different and I do nothing but love and respect people and bother nobody. I don't, bother anybody to want to harm them or anything. And they want to find me, they want to normalize me so bad that some of them wanted to normalize me so bad that they didn't want to see me stand out, and not be a part of them. They wanted me to be a part of them. I'm like, no, I see your characteristics and how you act now. I'm not going to even join with that, because then if I join with your characteristics and your environment, then whoever joins with yours, then I'm now a part of them, and now we're all three and then four, and then I'm different. So I'd rather be by myself and encourage and inspire you from YouTube, making more money, not having to worry about penny pitching when I'm going to do that regardless anyway. If I did have a lot of money, which I do, because I feel like I have everything that I need right now. I feel like I'm living in paradise. I feel like I have more money now than ever because I'm getting this every week. It's supposed to be like that. It is supposed to be like that. And I won't let anyone change my idea about me living in paradise, because I know what living in paradise feels like. It feels like freedom, and it feels like freedom. I can sleep when I want. I can wake up when I want. I can watch my videos and get encouraged when I want. I can go eat when I want. I can get exercise when I want. I can clean up when I want. I can take care of myself when I want, the way that I want to. I feel like I'm in freedom, and someone like me is just the same as someone like you who feel the same way that I do, who don't deserve to be enslaved in a work environment, who oversees you and treats you just like the rest of the bunch because you are there trying to make a living for yourself. But little do they know, they don't even know who's at work has a YouTube channel, who's trying to start their YouTube channel, but can't even finish it because they have to go to work and put their time into that. That is my reason why. I feel like I'm living in paradise. And thank you, God. Thank you so much, God, for blessing me with this opportunity because I I prayed to God. I lit a candle. I done some I've done my meditation. I've done my manifestation and everything is coming to pass. I don't have to worry about it. This is a miracle. This is a miracle that I am able to be in a hotel and um I'm still looking for another place, and I'm trying to figure out, how can people work with me. But I feel like I feel like I'm in paradise and I'd rather be like this where I'm able to get money to come every week so I can take care of myself and work on my next job, which is here on YouTube. And then in the future, I'll be working within somewhere else, doing something else totally different. And but first, I need to start somewhere. And I've been started on YouTube last year, the year before last. It's been 2 years now. And I took a break from YouTube because it was like, what the crap happened? Going to work and the way that I wanted to present myself on YouTube, I couldn't because I wasn't in the best shape. And then I just got tired. And I was just like, how's anyone going to know how you're coming up if you keep deleting your videos or if you don't post any videos, Chris? And then I thought about it and I was like, well, I didn't like the way I looked in this video and I didn't like what I did in this video, and I think someone was telling me that maybe I shouldn't post this because it's just not a good look. And I'm like, that's just a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And it's like, I want to be myself. I want to be myself. But if I was never terminated from a job, and if I wasn't terminated, if he would have never ended my assignment, and if I would have never gone through what I have gone through, if the pandemic would have never started, I would have continued with my video. I would have continued. But if they quickly monetize you, then you will stop doing things to try to get views. That's why I said YouTube really needs to work on that. And they are now because I'm able to speak on it. And thank you, God. That was the Confederate part that they had within their rules and regulations. Now that's coming out. And I talked in the last video about the Confederate system being taken out and now everything's being reinvented. Thank you, God. Because Jesus is here and this is Revelations. But this is a miracle that I am able to be protected in my own place and being able to pay my weekly rent on time and being able to buy groceries, and I'm just so happy. Thank you, God, and thank you for the people who created this pandemic. Seriously, but they were gods, and Jesus said that he would come back, but he wasn't going to let you know. He was going to come back like a thief in the night, and that was it. No one knew what was going on about the pandemic. Everything being shut down around them, that was Jesus returning back. And I am so happy that that has happened. Thank you, God. So, yeah, this is a miracle. This is a miracle. I'm able to take care of myself, live healthy, eat the right foods, continue to be a vegan slash vegetarian, listen to my music for my therapy, my R&B and soul music, um, get inspired by people on YouTube who is uplifting people every single day. This is just a beautiful thing. This is a miracle. I found a way to escape the 9 to 5 job and make a living working through YouTube and other resources that is causing me to invest in myself and in other things so that I can be the best that I can be. Because it's hard to try to be the best that you can be at work because you're being the best that you can be for them because your certain expectations are limited because you have to go by certain rules and regulations and guidelines, and certain things aren't allowed, like speaking and encouraging people for however many times you want in a day versus going to work and you can't talk right now because you need to finish working on this. You see, that right there is the old confess. That's not making you the best that you can be. And that's my reason for making this video about living in paradise. But really, this is a miracle. Just letting you guys know that this here is a miracle. And I'm so thankful. See you guys.